Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be comparing two foundations, two very good foundations. It is going to be the brand new Laura Mercier Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation and my beloved Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. When I tried this just recently, felt like it kind of reminded me of this, so I wanted to compare the two and see how they compare, which one I think is more worth the money, all that good stuff we always do. So we are gonna have lots of fun today testing both of these out and seeing which one I think is more worth it. So yeah, before we get into it, please, as usual, give this video a thumbs up for me and subscribe to the channel if you have not already done that. Please make sure that you're subscribed. You get 3 videos a week, so don't miss out on that. But if you want to see my comparison between these two foundations, stay tuned for the rest of the video. Okay guys, I'm very, very excited about this one. You know how I feel about foundations. It's my favorite makeup product and I just love comparing different ones. Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation has been one of my favorites for, honestly, probably at least the last 3-ish years, I would say. Maybe more, maybe less. I know it's around there though, because I think that's around the time I got it. Obsessed. This foundation is amazing. But I tried the Laura Mercier one just recently. I also have a whole video dedicated to that, so go check that one out on my channel if you haven't already. But this foundation blew me away. It's so amazing. So it kind of reminded me of the Pat McGrath one when I put it on, and I wanted to compare the two and see kind of what they look like next to each other, see what's the same, what's different, which one I think is more worth the money. So we are gonna have some fun today. I do have both of them pulled up on Sephora because I want to read the details about both. And then we're going to try them both out. One on one half of my face, one on the other half of my face. So it's going to be interesting. So the first one that I have pulled up is the Laura Mercier Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation. It goes for $48. So normal to a little bit up there in price. And it's 1 fluid ounce, so the standard size. I have mine in the shade 3N2 Camel, which is a light medium with neutral undertones. Highlighted on here is vegan, liquid formula, waterproof, natural finish, long wearing, and medium coverage. It says a weightless foundation that blurs the line between makeup and skin with medium buildable coverage, waterproof wear, and up to 12 hours of fade-proof wear. It's medium, natural finish, liquid formulation. This hydrating foundation delivers cake-free, color-true wear that blurs the look of imperfections, pores, and fine lines while improving skin tone texture immediately and over time. The formula is dermatologist tested, non-comedogenic, and suitable for all skin types, even sensitive. I do want to say right off the bat, I don't know whether this is waterproof or not because I haven't been in the water or like touched my face with water with the foundation on, so I cannot tell you if it's actually waterproof or not. But from what I saw, it did wear beautifully like throughout the day, so I just want to point that out before I forget to point it out. And then next up we have Pat McGrath Labs, the Sublime Perfection Foundation. This one goes for $68. So if you thought Laura Mercier was up there in price, this is definitely up there in price. But I can tell you, hands down, it's 1000% worth the money. I have used this foundation, I don't even know how many times. I've gone through bottles of it and it never gets old to me. Like, this is just a foolproof, I know my makeup is gonna look flawless every time I wear this kind of foundation. It's just worth the money every time, you guys. I don't know what else to say. But I have this one in the shade Light Medium 14. So that is a light medium with neutral olive undertones, so both neutral. This one is 1.18 ounces, so it has a little more product in it than the Laura Mercier, so it's a little bit more than like the standard foundation size, which is pretty nice. You get a little more product, so that higher price tag is a little more justified, right? Or not? I know, it's really, really expensive, you guys. The highlights on this one say that it's vegan, liquid formula, medium coverage, natural finish, hydrating, black owned at Sephora. It says a long wearing, customizable foundation that builds from sheer to medium coverage in a wide range of universal hues that manifest the ultimate sublime skin standard. Medium coverage, natural finish, liquid formulation. It says a Vita Serum Complex moisturizes and helps fight the appearance of wrinkles, while Diamond Core Powder technology enhances skin's texture and helps smooth and blur the appearance of fine lines, pores, and imperfections. The silky weightless formulation imparts a filtered soft focus luminosity. So the pattern that I'm seeing from both of them is that they're medium coverage, they are a natural finish, they're both supposed to be long wearing, which I can tell you they both are long wearing, and they both are supposed to like blur imperfections and pores and fine lines and blah 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 blah. So we're gonna see about that. As usual, I don't have a pore filling primer on my face. I wanna see what both of these truly do for me. So nothing to cover that up, just like a hydrating primer. So we can start applying. I am gonna use a brush. So I think I'm gonna do Laura Mercier on this side and Pat McGrath on this side. And then I'll show you guys what they look like once I'm done applying, and we'll talk details. So let's get started. We're starting with Laura Mercier, moving on to Pat McGrath, and then we'll talk. Okay guys, I am done applying both of them, and I definitely have a few thoughts. So first thing that I noticed was the color difference. Obviously, like I had mentioned, the Pat McGrath was like a light medium with a neutral to olivey undertone, and the Laura Mercier said that it was a light medium with a neutral undertone. I definitely think the Laura Mercier is more neutral looking, and I feel like it suits me a little bit better in that regard as compared to the Pat McGrath. I feel like it definitely has a little more of that kind of yellowy tint to it. So that's the first thing that I noticed. I think this one does suit me better with that in mind. I was looking at my pores, and I'm gonna get up close so you guys can see. I genuinely feel like they're doing the exact same thing for my pores. They're both doing an amazing job of just like giving me that airbrushed look and just really, really filling in my pores. I don't think either one is settling into my fine lines or my wrinkles. Obviously, you can see my smile lines just a little bit, but that's just my skin. Like, that happens with pretty much every product. I will say with some products it happens more than others, and with these I feel like I'm getting like the minimal of that. So very, very good. Both really nice. One of the first things I noticed was that Laura Mercier, my skin, like, it felt like there was nothing on it when I was applying. Like, and I said this in my original video too, I feel like with this foundation, like, you put it on the brush and you're blending it into your skin, and it literally feels like you're applying no product. You're just like rubbing a brush across your face. It is so beyond weightless. Like, it feels like air. Like, it's like nothing on my skin. The Pat McGrath, still very, very lightweight, but not to that extent. Like Laura Mercier, it's like I said, like nothing is there. Pat McGrath, it does feel like I'm putting something on my face, but once it's on there, I forget that I have makeup on. And just like touching my face now, they feel really like exactly the same. So it depends what you're looking for with that. Like, if you want something that's truly, truly weightless, Laura Mercier is amazing, but it's really not a deal breaker for me. Like, I love both, and right now that they're both on my face, they feel the same. The only biggest thing that's standing out to me is the undertone of this one I like more. So I'm gonna go put the rest of my makeup on so I can see how both products react with other makeup products on top. So I will do that, and then I'll give you guys final thoughts and let you know which one I think is more worth it. So give me 1 second, I'll be right back. All right guys, I'm back. I finished the rest of my makeup, and I I'm a little bit torn. I really love how both look. I feel like after I put the rest of my makeup on, you can't really tell which is which. I feel like the only way you'd be able to notice is if you watch the beginning of the video and you know what I put on what side of my face. So that kind of tells you how good both of them are. So I do want to start by saying, obviously you cannot go wrong either way you go. They're both such beautiful foundations, and it's crazy how similar these kinds of things can be. With that being said, I did notice tiny differences, two of them. The first thing is I feel like after I put the rest of my makeup on, this side of my face, the Pat McGrath side, looks just a tiny bit more airbrushed. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm seeing. Let me get close up. So like, especially right here, this is the Pat McGrath side. I don't know if you guys can see, but this side just looks a little bit more like porous, I guess, than this one. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going crazy. Let me know if you guys are seeing the same thing. I just feel like this side looks a tiny bit more airbrushed than this side does, but it's such a small difference, you guys. And the second thing that I noticed was that this side of my face, my makeup, I feel like just looks a little bit more like cohesive and one and just melted together than this side. But it is the tiniest difference, you guys. Like, you would never notice that unless I was paying attention to these details and told you. But that was the other thing that I noticed. Like, I just feel like this side is slightly more like everything just melts together and it looks like it's meant to be there. So that was really all I noticed as far as differences go. Otherwise, they're so similar, you guys. Like, I really feel like you cannot go wrong no matter what you choose. I feel like you're gonna be insanely happy with either one of these. I feel like if you're trying to spend not as much money, go with the Laura Mercier. Like, I feel like those differences are so minuscule. You could just put a pore filling primer underneath and you wouldn't tell a difference. So in that case, I would go with the Laura Mercier. I just love how weightlessly this applies and how weightless it feels and just how gorgeous it looks on the skin, and the neutral undertone is unbeatable. I love it. I would purchase this 5 times over. Again, it's long lasting. It's a medium coverage. Definitely both have a natural finish, but just, it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. So worth the money. The packaging, by the way, the packagings of both of these, so luxe looking, just beautiful. So definitely worth the money. You would not regret it. I definitely recommend this. But I think overall, since I'm really looking at the little details and comparing the two, for me personally, if I had to absolutely choose one, I kind of have to go with Pat McGrath, just looking at those little details that I had just pointed out. Like, I feel like my skin and my makeup just looks so completely flawless on this side that it's so hard to beat. Like, I don't know what Pat McGrath put in here, but it is magical. Like, I don't know, I feel like everything I compare to this wins every time because it's just that good, and every time I think something else is gonna beat it, it doesn't. Like, I 1000% think this is worth the $68. Like I said, I always go back to this. I've been using it for years and it never fails me. So this is one that I will a million times say is worth the high price tag, and it is my winner today. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I definitely did. I think they're both winners, but that's all I've got. So comment and let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you guys saw what I saw, or if you noticed something different. Give me your thoughts. Let me know what other videos you guys want to see me do. Give this a big thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel, but stay tuned and I will see you guys in the next video.